Hello everyone, welcome to Educare 247. In this video, we'll be discussing how to prepare for UPSC Civil Service Examination and UPSC EPFO examination together. There is an overlap between the syllabus of these two examinations, so one can simultaneously prepare for these two examinations, and this is the golden chance to prepare for both the examination together. So in this video we'll be discussing the detail about how we can overlap the syllabus, what are the strategy for preparing UPSC EPFO. So you have to watch the whole video and you can subscribe to our channel for further updates. Let us analyze the syllabus of Civil Service Examination and EPFO, and accordingly we can formulate the strategy how we can prepare for these two examinations together. So if you will see the syllabus, then first try to see the common syllabus. What is common between these two examinations? So Indian polity, that is common in CSE and EPFO. Then Indian economy, that is also common in CSE and EPFO. So stuff related to Indian economy you can prepare together. Then general science, but one thing you have to remember, in civil service examination the general science will be in technological development nature, but in EPFO it will be in NCERT level, 10th standard level, because in EPFO basic general science will be asked. If you don't know the pattern, you can watch our previous year series, you can know about the general science question pattern and type of question what EPFO has asked. So basically in that you have to remember, in civil service examination you have to go for recent development, technological development, but for EPFO you have to go for basic thing. Then current affairs. So here is the thing, in civil service examination the environmental and ecology related current affairs will be asked, culture related current affairs will be asked, but in EPFO it is highly unlikely that environment and culture related current affairs will be asked. So that you can avoid for EPFO, but for CSE you can prepare these topics. But Indian polity, Indian economy, these topics is common for both. In terms of current affairs I am talking about. Then general English. See, why general English is common? Because in CSE you have to give the CSAT paper, there English will be asked, and EPFO also 20 questions related to English will be asked, so you can prepare for this topic together. Then Indian freedom struggle. See, Indian freedom struggle is very important for CSE and EPFO both, because 10 to 12 questions has been asked in CSE from Indian freedom struggle, and in EPFO also 10-15 question has been asked from the Indian freedom struggle. So that topic is the star topic. You must remember these topics very carefully. Then general mental ability, in CSE it is the part of CSAT, and in EPFO this question has been asked. And quantitative aptitude also together you can prepare, because in CSE, CSAT and in EPFO it will be asked. Let us analyze the other topic in EPFO which is not the part of civil service examination. So like general accounting principle, that you have to prepare in very thorough manner. Then industrial relation and labor laws you have to prepare for EPFO, that is exclusive for EPFO. Social security in India is in the EPFO syllabus, but in CSE social issues is there, so some part of these two overlaps, so you can find what is the overlap, and for that you can prepare together. Then in EPFO knowledge of computer application will be asked, and that is not the part of CSE, so be careful, you have to read this topic extra for EPFO, that is not the part of CSE. Now let us analyze the CSE syllabus, what is not the part of EPFO. So like ancient history you have to read separately, medieval history you have to read separately, Indian geography and physical geography you have to read, and environment and ecology, that is very important in CSE, but that is not the part of EPFO. And social issues we have just discussed, you can combine with social security in India. In CSE you have to read one more paper, that is ethics. In civil service examination mains ethics play an important role, so you have to prepare ethics for CSE exclusively, that is not the part of EPFO. So this is the overall analysis for the syllabus of both the examination. Accordingly you can plan your strategy and you can read the combination topic, combo topic for the time being, and once the exam date will be announced for CSE you can prepare for the separate topic separately, right? So this could be your strategy for the future preparation. You can follow this strategy and it will be very useful. एडुकेयर 247 ने यूपीएससी ईपीएफओ 2020 के लिए कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कोर्स लॉन्च किया है। यह कोर्स इंग्लिश में है और इसमें टॉपिक वाइज आपको नोट्स प्रोवाइड किए जाएंगे। हर टॉपिक का आपको एमसीक्यूज प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा। 12 टेस्ट सीरीज होंगे इसमें, और आपको जो इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है उसके वीडियो लेक्चर्स भी होंगे। साथ ही साथ जून से इसमें लाइव डाउट सेशन भी लिया जाएगा। इसका फीस है 2,999 रुपये, बट अभी 50% डिस्काउंट चल रहा है। आप कूपन कोड EPFO यूज करके 1500 रुपीज़ का डिस्काउंट ले सकते हैं। यह डिस्काउंट कुछ ही समय के लिए रहने वाला है, तो आप जल्द से जल्द हमारे वेबसाइट educare247.com पे विजिट करके इस कोर्स को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं। The topics are economic growth and economic development, sectors of economy and types of economy, idea of national income like GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP you have to go through, unemployment and its type, poverty and its type, inflation, types of inflation, other variants of inflation and effect of inflation you have to read, history of Indian economy you have to go through, money and banking you have to go through, Reserve Bank of India and monetary policy you have to go through, government budgeting and fiscal policy. From the current affairs point of view, you have to go through economic survey and budget because it is related to economy, and this is very important for your upcoming examination. You can also link Indian economy with the help of current affairs because many a times we have seen in Indian economy current affairs question is coming. So you have to combine the current affairs with Indian economy. The next topic is general accounting principles. I don't have a source for this because what I have observed in previous years, very random questions has been asked and I have not found a single book where you can cover this topic. But this is very important because 14-15 questions has been asked from the general accounting principles and you have to give 10 to 15 days for your general accounting principle preparation. Under this you have to go through accountancy theory, type of accounting information, basic accounting terms like business transaction, capital, liability, asset, revenue, expenditure, expense, income, profit, gain and loss, purchase, sale, stock, trade receivables, trade payables, etc. So these are the terms you have to go through. Accounting principle you have to know, accounting standard you have to know, double entry system, basis of account, recording of transaction, accounting equation you have to go through, book of original entry you have to go through, cash book you have to go through, financial statement, depreciation, provisions and reserve you have to go through, accountancy for partnership form, accounting ratio. These are the topics you have to broadly cover, and this is about general accounting principle. So what are the general accounting principles? You have to go through all those principles, and this topic is really heavy and this is conceptual as well, so you have to focus more on this topic for your preparation. If you can take more than 15 days, it's fine because it is very heavy topic, so you can spend 20 days as well for general accounting principle. The next topic is industrial relation and labor laws. This is also very important topic because in previous years 15-16 questions had been asked from this topic and you have to give 10 to 15 days for the preparation of industrial relation and labor laws. These are the sources you can follow. Industrial relation and labor laws by Piali Ghosh. This is very good book, but the current detail is not there and this is heavy as well, but it's a really good read. Industrial and labor laws by S. Thorat. This is also a very good book. One book is Industrial Relation, Trade Unions and Labor Laws by P.R.N. Sinha. So this is also good book. It is published by Pearson. So you can choose any of these book, but my recommendation is choose the Piali Ghosh book if you are doing the self study. But Educare has covered all the important concepts of industrial relation and labor laws in their course. What all you have to read in the industrial relation and labor laws? History of labor laws, evolution of labor law in India, purpose of labor legislation, constitutional provision with regard to labor laws, labor policy of India, classification of labor laws in India. So these are the topics you have to cover under labor laws. In detail, we have discussed this topic in our courses. We are providing MCQs on these topics as well, so that you can easily revise your learned concept, and that is a way of preparation. First read the concept and do the MCQs so you can verify your learning. You have to go through important laws in India, important labor laws like laws related to wages, law related to child labor, law related to contract labor, Maternity Benefit Act 1961, Trade Union Act 1926, Payment of Bonus Act 1965. So these are the important acts you have to go through. Industrial Dispute Act 1947 is also very important. Factories Act, this is very important act. So these acts you have to read in the detail for the preparation of industrial relations and labor laws. You have to go through unfair labor practice as well, labor laws in unorganized sectors, women labor and the law you have to go through, industrial relation you have to go through, you have to combine the industrial relation and labor laws, you have to go through important organization dealing with labor legislation, authorities under labor law in India you have to go through, labor legislation across the world, what are the best practices in the world you have to go through, and what recent changes have been in the labor laws and industrial laws, that also you have to go through. We have prepared many lectures on the YouTube as well. You can go through those lectures and understand the relation between labor laws and industrial laws. The another topic is general science and knowledge of computer applications. In previous years, 10 questions has been asked from the general science and 5 questions from the knowledge of computer applications. You don't have to give much time on this topic. You can prepare this topic in 5 to 10 days. And what all you have to read is the recent development in science and technology like nanotechnology, biotechnology, robotics, quantum computing. This is very important because it is related to computer application as well. Space sciences, ISRO and NASA program, India's nuclear program, India's defense program, India's space program, basic of computing and recent development in computational field. So these are the things you have to read for this topic. I am not recommending any sources. You can do your research and you can do Google and read this topic. But Educare is providing notes on these topics and MCQs on these topics as well. The another topic is general mental ability and quantitative aptitude. This topic is also very important. In previous years, 15-16 questions had been asked from this topic, and this is a continuous process. Whole time you have to practice for these topics. I am recommending 2 books. One is Quantitative Aptitude for CAT by Arun Sharma. This is really a good book, and this is covering all the concepts for quantitative aptitude. You can go through this book. The another book is Logical Reasoning for CAT by Arun Sharma, same author. So these are really good book for general mental ability and quantitative aptitude, and this section is also very important because 15-16 questions is coming from this topic. So or you can follow any of your sources. If you have any other sources, you can go through this, but you have to cover all the concepts for this topic. The last topic is Social Security in India. In previous years, 4 to 5 questions had been asked from this topic, and you don't have to give much time for this topic. You can cover this topic in 5 to 10 days. Some resources is there. You can go through Social Security in India by Ravi Prakash Yadav, but this book is not covering the recent changes and recent development. The another book is Introduction to Social Security by Hitesh Bhatia. The another book is Human Development and Social Security in India by Prashant Kumar Pandey, but this is for MBA students and this is also in very detail. You can pick this one, but be careful, the recent development is not added. In Educare 247 courses, we are providing all the details and recent development as well, so you can subscribe to Educare 247 course as well. What all you have to read in this? You have to go through definition of Social Security. What is Social Security? Difference between universal right and human rights. Importance of Social Security. Need for Social Security system in India. Constitutional provision for Social Security. Laws related to Social Security. Nature of Social Security like life and disability cover, old age income security, health care, maternity benefit, minimum wage act. Different criteria of Social Security like Social Security of the workers in the organized sector, unorganized sector, Social Security in rural poor, Social Security of the pregnant and lactating mother, Social Security of old age citizen, food security of the population. What are the challenges for Social Security and what is the present status of Social Security? What schemes government is running for the Social Security, like scheme related to Ministry of Social Justice, Labor Ministry, Women and Child Development Ministry schemes, Health and Family Welfare Ministry scheme. So these things you have to read for Social Security in India. This is important portion, and if you'll go through this plan, within 100 days you can cover your UPSC EPFO 2020 preparation. Hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, like, share and comment and subscribe to Educare 247. Thank you and happy learning.